Minecraft, Oblivion, Titan Quest, Diablo, and more to come. Wow, that was crap. Alright, it's time for a Minecraft tutorial. In this tutorial, as the title would suggest, I'm going to teach you guys how to build that mob trap over there, the one that's featured in my Let's Play. And I'm doing it in the Let's Play world because I'm going to make a slight improvement to it this time. For this tutorial, you will need many shovels. I have 5 here. Although one's kind of almost destroyed. You'll need 15 blocks of wood, which I'll translate for you now. 15 blocks of wood translates into 60 wooden planks. And you need, let me see here. You need 8 of those into sticks. And, okay, I guess you actually need 58 blocks of wood, because you need 8 signs. I guess I did the math wrong before this tutorial, but whatever, I'll stock them away in there. So you need a bunch of spades, 8 signs, which translates into 58 planks, or 52 planks, or 13 blocks of wood. So we are going to find a nice dirt covered area to build this in. Alright, the spot I've chosen is right behind my original spawner, and what we need to do is clear out, actually just realized it's a 20 by 20 area that you need to clear out. Alright, so I've cleared out this the edge of it, and now we just need to remove the trees from the area. Okay, I've cleared out all the trees in the area. Now what we need to do is to start digging out the spawning pads. And you can build it above ground like I did there, but that requires a stack of dirt, which I do not have at the moment. So what you need to do once you've cleared out this entire area is go to a corner. And this is like the 20 by 20th square. You need to take one step in, dig down 3 blocks, and obviously it's not wise to dig straight below because you could fall into a cave or whatever, but we're going to throw caution to the wind, and you're going to be digging out this entire area underneath here, this 18 by 18 area, all the way around. And an easier way to do this so that you don't end up digging too far is just to go to each corner and dig out a 3 block deep hole. And that way you won't end up digging too far and having to fill in parts of the area. So we'll jump back down here, and I'll cut ahead to when I'm finished digging this entire area out. Alright, so I've dug out this entire area, and I closed up the roof because we don't want natural light coming in here. And now what we need to do is dig the trenches. So this room is going to be 4 8 by 8 spawning pads. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Which means the trenches are going to go here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There you go. And these trenches are going to go all the way down between these 2 pads. Or between these 4 pads, I guess. Alright, so I've dug out where the trenches are going to be, but we actually need to dig each of these trenches down 2 blocks deep. So I'll just get out my stone pickaxe. Alright, so I've dug all of the trenches down 2 blocks deep. And the reason that we need to do that is because I'll just go up here and make an infinite water source. Because the water is going to go down here, and what's going to happen is a mob is going to spawn on this platform. They'll wander about and they'll fall into this water. And if the trenches were only 1 block deep, they'd be able to jump back up. I'll show you right here. If we had the trenches only 1 block deep like that, and the water was flowing like that, they'd fall into here and they can easily just jump back up. But by making the trenches 2 blocks deep, Mobs jump in and they have no way of getting back up and out unless they are spiders. So I'll fill in these trenches really quickly. Alright, now with all the trenches filled with water, you can see that since the water flows 8 blocks, they all flow exactly onto the edge of this area, which means the mobs are going to spawn on here, fall into the water trenches, and fall down onto this area and accumulate. But instead of just accumulating them there, we are actually going to want to let them fall down. And we need this area here, this is where they fall into, to be 4 blocks deep, I believe. Because, well, if it were only 1 block deep, of course, they'll be able to jump straight up and out. But the reason that I go 4 blocks instead of just 2, as you might have thought, is because we're going to make a drowning pit in here. And what we need to do, I'll just quickly make an infinite water source. Here. And this is where we're going to start using the signs. So what you want to do is dig out this area here. The minimum, I would say, for an actual decent mob drowning pit, and this is the drowning pit area, is 2 blocks deep, and it has to be 2 blocks high. And what we're going to do is take out some signs. The signs have to go like this: 1 here, 1 here, 1 over here, 1 over here, and then 1 right there, 1 right there. I need my pickaxe again. 1 there, and 1 there. And the water is going to go in this area here. So what you want to do is place a water block there and a water block there, which makes an infinite water source here, which means all 4 of these blocks of water here are water sources. And you want to do the same thing up here, but actually you need to do all 4 of the corners there. And the reason we want all of these to be water source blocks is so that the mobs will swim up inside here, because if mobs are inside water source blocks, they always swim upwards. And that means that they'll come along, we'll fix this up later, come in here and swim up, and they'll just drown to death. And so the way that we are going to push them into this area is by having this water flowing in that direction. So they'll flow over here, swim straight up, and drown here. And then, now all we need to do is make the item collection area. And for that we need to dig down over here, and you can see it's safe to stand in here. And all we need to do, I think, yep, there's still a water source block. All we need to do here is place a block of water there. This block of water could go there as well. Doesn't make a huge difference. Just depends on which side you want the items coming out. And then, all we do is we dig out this area, and the mobs will drown in here, as already demonstrated. Then the items will fall down into this area, and since all 4 of these water areas are safe, here, let me show you quickly. Pop, throw a block of dirt in there, and even if it falls into that area, it still flows around this corner and down into this area, which we'll just dig out until I get out of this water. Alright. The items will flow down this area to that torch. But there's just one thing we have to do, left to do. There's that sometimes mobs will get into this drowning pit area, but it'll get so clogged up with other mobs, that they'll fall down. They get pushed down here and come flowing straight through here. This is especially prominent when spiders enter the mix, because they take up the entire area up there, which means that other mobs will get pushed down here. So all we need to do to solve that problem is place a block of dirt or anything there, and that way only items can make their way down here. And the final thing we need to do is dig this water stream until it's 20 4 blocks away from where the mobs spawn, and that means that this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is the end. This is the edge of a spawning pad. So we need to go, and to continue the water stream, you just dig one down here, and that basically makes this a new water source block. So that means, oh, place another torch up here. So that means that this was 8, so 9. Alright, this is the 24th block, and as you can see, the water is still flowing here. So we'll just dig a hole down there, put a block there, and then we can dig that block out. And the water will flow down into that hole, which means all our items will flow all the way down there and into this hole where we can collect them. And so all that's left to do, dig up until you get into an area where you can put a ladder on and get out. And I'll just put a torch over here so that we can see what's going on in there. Actually, I'll cut to, I'm going to go into hard mode. And now move out of the spawn range, and I'll cut to when we have some mobs spawning in there. Go! Alright, sounds like we have our first guest, and we can see the skeleton's legs just in there, so he's in the drowning pit. He's drowning, and his items fall down, and I accidentally picked up one of the arrows, but there you go. Items flow down, and they'll flow all the way down to the end. Sounds like we already have our next guest. Anyway, that is Ultima Nerd's quick and dirty, cheap to make mob trap. This is not intended as a finalized model, by the way. This is like the V1 that you build at the start of the game. So don't worry about this being my finished product and that this is the best I can come up with. I'll be showing you guys much better designs later. So if you enjoyed this tutorial, like the video. If you want to see more tutorials, subscribe, and till next time.
Hi there guys and girls, welcome to FF442. My name is Ben and today I'm going to be covering how to connect to your server. This is a question being posted in by a user named Dark. He says cannot connect to multiplayer. This was a response to the adventure map, how to set one up for Minecraft 1.4.6 to 1.4.7. So if you've made your own server and you cannot join it, it says cannot connect to multiplayer, and you're running either a Minecraft.net server or a Craft Bucket, a bucket server. This is what you need to make sure your server files say to make you connect. So while I'm doing this, maybe follow along and make sure your server files say the same thing. First things first, we'll cover a Minecraft.net server. If you're running one, you would have installed it, and it would have installed it in your .minecraft folder. For people who are new to the channel, I've got links to everything Minecraft related, but for everyone that's new, this is how you find your .minecraft folder. %, app, data, %, and then press return. It opens up a folder called roaming. You just want to click your .minecraft, and then you want to scroll down where it says server, double click it, and then find your server properties file, double click that, and then just make sure that your server port is set to 25565. This is the default server port. 9 out of 10 people will have this set already. The only reason it would be changed is if you're maybe